Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. A very warm welcome to Weekend World with Sophie at PTV World. A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your feedback. As always, it is much appreciated and we love to hear from all of you. Now, tonight's show is going to be special and a source of inspiration for all. You know, we always try to inculcate all kinds of themes, but on the show tonight, we have somebody very special. You know what they say? They say that every day might not be good, but there is something good in every day. On the show tonight, we have an esteemed guest who is a source of inspiration and a role model for all the disabled people in the world. You know, I was just thinking about the word disability. True disability only exists in the mind. There's nothing called physical disability if you have a positive mind and a beautiful heart. Ladies and gentlemen, let's warmly welcome the very brave Mr. Amjad Siddiqi Sahab. Assalamu alaikum. We welcome you to the show, sir. It's an honor to have you here.
Yes.
You are a source of inspiration for all. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you very much.
Now, for everyone who's watching the show, we have a bit of an introduction about you, and correct me if I'm mistaken as well. He is a noted Pakistani businessman living in Riyadh who has made everyone proud. Despite the fact that he is paralyzed waist down and is confined to a wheelchair, positivity stems out of him. Despite his limitations due to the physical challenges, he has been able to achieve which even able-bodied people can only dream about. Today, despite all odds stacked against him, he is now a successful businessman, mashallah, and the proud owner of several companies around the world. For his outstanding life, he has been called one in a million. Sir,
yes, thank you very much.
Applause for you.
Thank
you
you
so much once again for being here tonight. It's an honor.
Thank
As
you.
for the rest of you who's watching Weekend World with Sophie at PTV World, we have something very special for you. It's a package. How this person, this strong individual, lives his life on a daily basis and is a source of inspiration for all. Take a look. So once again, thank you so much for being here, and you are very, very brave, and we're very, very proud of you. But let's actually take a trip down the memory lane and go back to the fateful incident that occurred in 1981. I want to know the kind of fears that you had, and how did you eventually tackle them over the years, sir?
Well, first of all, thank you very much once again.
Pleasure, sir.
Well, it happened in 25th December 1981. I was feeling very uncomfortable due to I was engaged a week before with a Pakistani girl. Actually, it was arranged, you can say, engagement.
Okay.
But I was feeling uncomfortable.
You feeling
Then
low?
I have decided to go to Medina al-Munawwara.
Okay.
Uncomfortable means one night I was sleeping. When I wake up, I saw the ceiling fan, big ceiling fan. It was between my laps. I was surprised how it's happened. And the 2-3 nights I was dreaming, horrible dreaming, what's going to be happen with me. Then I have decided to go to Medina al-Munawwara to pray. Is it good for me, and why all this happening with me?
Of course.
I was coming back from Medina al-Munawwara, and it was a very good, I was planning to going to have a dinner after 10 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
The restaurant was in just front of me. I can see the lights of the restaurant. Suddenly, there was a sound in my car, and my car started rolling over. It ended up, it's overturned, and I found I got the accident. I become injured. I blow the horn. The people come to me. They took me roughly from the car, and then they transferred me to the hospital.
Which was a huge mistake, and we're
Exactly.
going to talk about this later on as well.
Yes.
Yes.
This was the first mistake. They roughly reach me, you can say, from the car.
Of course.
When I went to the hospital, the many doctors, they know me already because I was well known for them. I was living in the same city and working in the bank. When they saw me, say, what happened? And I was quite incensed, I can say. I can talk to them and tell them. I told them all the story. And you know, I can say here also a mistake. They know he is talking very good mood and see there is nothing wrong with him like this, like this. The next day, a doctor came to me and said, Mr. Siddiqui, what happened with you? I said, sir, this happened like this one. And I said, sir, the key is with me because I was the system manager at that time.
Right.
The treasury key was with me, the second key was with me. I asked them, I want to send it to the bank. He said, yeah, wait, karo, abhi, they will come and can take it, no problem. And then another doctor specialist, he came to me, he was an Egyptian doctor. He said to me, Mr. Amjad Siddiqi, yalla, go, wake up and start walking with me. When I have started walking, suddenly, you know, I fall down.
Right.
And that day till today, I cannot walk again.
Because it was such a delicate injury.
Yes, actually what was happened, my cord was okay, my bone was broken, which actually he should have x-rays first, he should investigate proper.
Of course.
Or then he should transfer me, ask me to start walking. That was his first mistake, daughter's mistake.
Absolutely.
And it caused because of our friendship.
Right.
And because of, you can say, I was very happy and talking freely like this, and he asked me to move the feet, and I moved the feet that time.
Right, right.
But after that, till that day till today, I cannot walk.
You're unable
again.
to do that.
Then I did not inform to my parents. My parent doesn't know what is going to be happen like this. After 10 days, my parents come to know. Somebody called to my parents from the bank that this happening like this. Said, where are you? I said, I'm in the bank. Are you crazy? I said, no, I'm in a bank working. What happened with you? He said, no, you are in the hospital. See, I lie. I don't want to disturb anybody. Then I said, oh, yes. Oh, it's minor injury, no problem. It's minor problem. I'll go home maybe today or tomorrow like that one.
Right.
But that day, I was unable to walk again. And,
but see, sir, this is exactly what I was mentioning earlier on as well, that what was the fear that you had in your mind at that point of time?
I don't want to give problem or trouble to anybody who think about me and say, he's in problem, he is sick like this one.
Right.
When I was in the hospital, you know, the doctors came to me after I think third day or fourth day.
Okay.
He was Pakistani doctor. He said, you know what's going to be happen with you. You are paralyzed. You cannot walk at all. And in Punjabi, he say, "Ek aur batera jaal ch lag gaya." It's something like this.
Right.
Yani.
Of course.
I said, sir, there's no problem, inshallah. He say, the time will tell you. And he said, really, if possible, I can shoot the patient like you. I was shocked. He's a doctor, and what he's saying to like that. I said, sir, what are you saying? He said, yes, Amjad Saab, the time will tell you. You know
it's a ridiculous thing to say to anybody, actually.
Yeah, but you know, but even that, I have decided at that time, I will prove him wrong. And alhamdulillah, I did.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. You've always been very, very brave and courageous when it comes to that. So tell me that, you know, once the accident happened, everybody was informed, you knew what was happening. How did you tackle maybe your insecurities, the negativities, or the mindset that you had at that point of time? How did you overcome all those fears and feelings?
Well, actually, you know, when I was in the hospital, I think the first letter which I have received from my father-in-law, you know what he asked, how are you? I heard that you had an accident. What about your job?
Right.
The question, what about your job?
Such an insensitive question.
He is not asking, how are you, what happened, and well, like this one.
Very insensitive.
And I was shocked. How he is asking to me, how is about you? He should ask me, how are you, how you are feeling, no, like this one. And I think it was the first painful, the letter which I have received from him.
Absolutely.
And I feel the treatment of the people, my parents, my family, I'm honestly saying to you, my relatives, my friend, everybody changed when they come to know there is no cure for this. He cannot walk again in the life.
Right.
Everybody was, you know, giving me a negative. The first few days used to come to say hello. After that, I feel. When I had this accident, trust me, believe me, many friends came to me, say hello, how are you, like this. After that, slowly, I think there were some days that came, nobody come to say me hello, how are you, how's like me. I have stayed about 9 months in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
And several doctors came to me, and all of them, they said to me, you know, in this disease, disability, is very painful thing is about bed sores.
Right, of course.
You know, when you are lying for a long time, there are a nasty sores.
And there's no physical activity.
Yeah,
right.
That is cause of, you can say, sometime I've seen the people died.
Right.
And because these are going inside and inside, if we not get the cure for them,
right.
you see, are going and going a cause of death.
Right.
But I got also same, I have the same experience. I did so. You know, sometime I have used to stay 2 months just on upside down.
Right.
Then there was a new invention, it's called tick table. They changed the automatically, side, on the right side, then left side, and to relieve the pressures. Alhamdulillah, I passed that time, and then I went to UK for the rehabilitation. And when I arrived rehabilitation, the doctor, his name was Dr. Goodwill, he's no more now, but he's a very good doctor. He came to me and said, why you are here? I said, I am here for a treatment. There is no treatment, you should go back. I said, sir, why you are saying like, everybody is saying about this. There was a doctor and he was saying like this.
And everybody
like
was negative and nobody
negative,
was
why? He
promising.
said, look here, many people came from Saudi Arabia. We work very hard for them. And all of the patients, when they left London, after that they expired.
Right.
There is no benefit. And that's why, you know, there is no use. Why you spending a lot of money and like this
right.
and this. I said, I'm not spending money from my pocket. Even I'm spending from my pocket. My aim is I want to become independent.
Right. So you don't have to depend on anyone.
No.
For your life.
Alhamdulillah, I can speak good English because usually he was going to face the Saudi people. They maybe cannot speak English,
right.
cannot explain
They're not fluent.
what they are feeling.
Right.
He has interviewed about 2 hours with me, and then he advised to the nurses, no, he is the right candidate, we should treat him properly.
Right.
And when they have started the treatment, trust me, the usually was a 1 week practice I did in 3 days.
Wonderful.
3 to 4 days.
Wonderful.
And he was very happy.
Wonderful. So, sir, tell me that you've had a string of unfortunate accidents as well, right after your major accident. A lot of things happened in your life. They changed your life altogether. You were engaged, as you mentioned earlier, and your engagement broke off. And then you mentioned that, you know, you lost your job. A lot of friends, they left you. A lot of your family members also were not there with you in your time of need, in your time of hour. I want to know, as a person, how did you deal with it?
Well, actually, my target was one target, one goal. That was, I need to become independent life again. I want to prove that disability does not inability or end of life.
Right.
And my goal was, where there is a will, there is a way.
Right.
If I want to do something, I can do it. I did, alhamdulillah, I did. This was the only goal. I want to prove all wrong. The people who left me, I want them to become very near to me.
Absolutely.
I want them to bring again on the same position. That was the only my goal. That because I have seen, when I was in the hospital, the nurses used to give me some magazines.
Okay.
They used to show me some videos about the people living with the handicap,
right.
disability and like this. That was very encouraging for me, and I was quite impressed with them. And they said, these people can do, why can I do it? If the other people are doing, I should do it.
Absolutely.
They are working perfectly, why we cannot do it?
So you came on the right track because you were encouraged.
Yes, this was my goal, and that's what I did this one.
Another thing, sir, that I want to mention, you just mentioned it earlier during our conversation as well when we started off, that there was a Pakistani doctor who mentioned the fact that he would rather shoot you if he could. Now let's talk about this mindset of people that we have here in our society, and you know how people feel if you are physically disabled in any way, your life is over. Tell me, how was that experience for you, and also as sort of a motivational factor for you in your life?
Well, see, you know, especially our society, our Pakistani society, even we live in London, our minds are same.
Absolutely.
Some relative in London also was living there at that time.
Okay.
They sometimes come to me, say, hello Amjad, how are you, how's like this. Sometimes they are trying to give me, Amjad, take this £1. Don't tell to anybody.
Okay.
Okay, sometimes you want to eat sweet or like this.
Right.
I try to give them, uncle, thank you very much. Alhamdulillah is getting more than what you are thinking about
of
this
course.
one. I'm not, oh yaar, le lo na yaar, koi baat nahi, koi nahi dekh raha.
They show sympathy towards you,
yeah,
which you don't like.
I said, yeah, uncle, you just sit with me and talk to me. This is enough for me. This is enough otherwise. Then the doctor asked one of my relatives, take him to the home. Take him to the home on the weekend.
Right.
At least take him to the home. Oh, yaar, kis musibat ko kahan le jaoge, yaar. I mean, there's no, sorry, yaar, you stay here in the hospital. We don't have arrangement like that. One of my uncle, he was living in London in a flat, but 4th floor.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
And one physiotherapist, she came to me, she said, Amjad, Sunday, why you are not going home? I said, I cannot go home. She knows that my relatives are here.
Right.
She said, okay, you want to go there? I said, yes, why not? Okay, she said, just prepare yourself and we'll go there.
Okay.
2 of them. Trust me, 2 of them. One was about 21-year-old, another maybe, I think it was 23 or like this.
Okay.
They come to me in the morning. They took me from the room and we sat in the car, her car, and then went to the, I know the address. Of course, London, no problem to reach there. They were living in 4th floor.
Right.
She did not inform anybody. No lift at all. 2 girls. One up from back side, another one from the front side. They lift the wheelchair and took me 4th floor.
Oh, wonderful.
We knocked the door. And they shocked.
Then how did you
manage
to reach?
What happened? How you come like this one?
This is tragic. See, this is the kind of mindset we need to tackle. Again, the only disability is only in the mind, sir.
Yeah, that's
all.
Right.
Absolutely.
I was prepared, When they saw me, they were shocked. And you know what the physio said? No, he will stay here permanent.
So they got a good dose.
Then they left.
Wonderful.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, they were very much upset and what kya hoga?
Because they didn't know how to deal with it, how to handle you or manage it.
Yeah. And I asked them, mujhe andar to aane do. Okay. We went inside and we say, okay. I mean, I feel that they are very uncomfortable.
But did things change eventually? Maybe in the initial period they were different.
No,
did it change
I'm telling you, I was, anyway, I stayed here 2 hours. Exactly 2 hours they came back, both girls, and they took me back. They said, okay, thank you very much. Actually, we just want to surprise you that yes, he can reach everywhere. There is no inability. Everything is possible in the life.
Absolutely. Where there is will, there is a way.
Where there is a will, there is a way.
Absolutely. Sir, there's something also that I was reading about, that you were the first ever Pakistani handicapped in the Middle East and South Asia, and you visited 52 countries around the world all alone on a wheelchair. During 1986 till 1987, you set out on a mission which was a challenge known as Wheelchair Man on His Mission. Your mission was to visit rehabilitation centers, research on the life of handicapped around the world, and share the information to live a better and productive life with this disability. This was fantastic, and for that you were honored as a hero and were awarded and considered 1 in a million individual. So tell us about that experience and what exactly did you learn from your research?
Actually, when I came back from London, the doctor, he have supported me. He gave me very good letters. He said, okay, go back to your... No, he advised me not go back to Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
I said, no, sir, I want to go back. He said, why? I am going to arrange your immigration here in Saudi Arabia, in UK. You stay here. I don't want to destroy you.
Right.
You are a very good person. You are a brilliant, and you have a good mind, and you can do everything is possible. And I am going to support you. But I said, no, sir, I'll go back. Anyway, I went to Saudi Arabia, and when I arrived there, trust me, I have 230 riyals with me, and I start hunting the job. And when I go to the manager with the bank where I working before, he said, okay, you should go to the head office. I went to the head office and met the managing director there. He said, why you are here? We don't want handicap here. Oh, this is bank. How you can work like this? I said, no, sir, this is the letter from the doctor, and he asked me I can work. And I want to prove you just I can work. Actually, he said, no. Then there was a military hospital. One guy, his name is Ahmed, he was a very good person. He was Arabic people, he can speak very good Arabic. I explained to him, he tried to help me. We went together over the bank. We talked to the managing director there. He said, no, trust me, we spent 3 months over there to just try to find the gun. The day came, he was sitting in the bathroom, he was not coming out to face me.
Right.
His secretary said, yalla roh, yani, go home. Why you are staying? I said, no, I want to meet him today is final day.
Of course.
He will accept me or he will say no. Anyway, he came after 3 hours in the washroom, he was staying there. Nobody can believe, say, no, yaar, ye jhoot bol raha hai.
Right.
Lekin it's fact. when he came out, he said, he looked at me, he smiled. He said, okay, come tomorrow morning. I went to him that time and he said, look, if you want to work, we have 3 conditions. Number 1, we will not pay you salary for 3 months.
Right, of course.
Number 2,
no sick leave.
no sick leave.
Right.
No delay, no late. If you come late, the second day you should not come. That will be the final. I said, I am ready, sir. I was living about 13 kilometers from the bank. There is no transportation. In the morning, I used to wake up 4:30,
Right.
push my wheelchair, and coming to the bank before banks open. The bank opened 8 o'clock, I was there 7 o'clock.
Right.
When manager came, the staff came, they know I am there. Every day.
And you left around midnight as well.
No, I left 4:30 in the morning. That I'm going to tell you again.
Okay.
The first day, okay, they came, saw me, okay. I think 3rd or 4th day, the manager called me. He said, look, Amjad, I am watching you since last 3 days. You are coming early in the morning and it's really like this one. And then they said, why you not to apply for the insurance, pension? Because you are working in the bank. He said, we are going to give you a pension 7,800 riyal.
Right.
And now your salary is 5,250 riyal. And we are going to give you the pension. You stay home. You are a good person. I feel in 3 days I feel uncomfortable. I said, sorry, I want to work. Then he called the bank staff and see, look at this gentleman. He is getting salary 5,250 and I'm going to offer him 7,800 riyal.
Right.
Pension, stay home for whole life. And we will pay you. The bank will pay you. Everybody say he is crazy, he is stupid. I said, I am stupid. Yes, I want to work. Please give me the work. Okay, then the next step. They start giving me the work.
Right.
You know how much work? 4-person work they give it me alone. There was another Pakistani guy, he applied for the vacation that I want to go annual vacation.
Okay.
I said, no, you want to go annual vacation? He said, yes. He went for a vacation. Trust me, when he used to go for a vacation, 4 people was working. The first day he left, I went home about 12:30, I left the bank, midnight.
That's what I'm saying, you left at midnight.
12:30 midnight. And then I pushed the wheelchair to go home. And when I arrived home, it was time to come back again.
Right, of course.
But it was nice for me.
So you were basically a one-man army taking care of everything because you wanted to prove to the world that you can do it.
Yeah,
and eventually you did.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, I did so.
And you got paid in the first month's salary as well.
After 15 days, the manager called me, he said, no, we will give you salary.
Right.
You are so strong and we are failed.
You proved yourself.
To kick you out. You proved. And Alhamdulillah, since that day, I am Alhamdulillah very independent. I always say thanks God. We are nothing. We just can only we can do the hard work.
True.
The result in Allah Ta'ala, but we should do the hard work.
That's
we don't say, Yaar Allah ko yahi manzoor tha.
Because God helps those who help themselves. So
yes,
that's very important.
Of course. I strongly believe that.
So
God help those who help themselves.
Absolutely.
We stay at home and we say, Yaar Allah karega, mera kam ban jayega. How is possible? It's not possible at all.
Of course.
We should do, we work hard, there is result. You know, then in 1992, I have worked to the bank from that day.
But sir, before we jump towards 1992, I basically asked you a question earlier as well, and I was asking about the research that you actually did, because you know that was you on a mission, man on a mission, on a wheelchair.
Exactly.
So what was that thing that you learned from the research that you did in all those 52 countries?
Yes, actually, no is the point. In 1985-86, as I used to work till midnight, the manager gave me also overtime. And he was very happy with me. And Alhamdulillah, I got enough money that I have decided to travel all over the world.
Wonderful.
To see the life of other handicapped people, how they are living.
Exactly.
And what is the problem in this research? Why the people cannot walk with the... Because I was very used to study about the research, about the spinal cord injury. Why there is no treatment?
Right.
There is also, you can say, khabat, to know why the people cannot walk. Because there is lot of research. Then I went to, I have decided to start Europe, America. I went to country by country to see the life of handicapped people.
Right.
And just even went their home, went their research center. I discussed with the doctor, I talked to them. They love to talk to me. And somebody came from Asia and they are interested to do something, because everybody have the negative feeling about us.
Of course.
But when they come to know this guy is from there and he want to do, they're really very helpful people.
Because you wanted to make a difference.
Yeah, they always help me. I went there, I saw there how they are living and how is their life. I went to the research center, I went to the rehabilitation center. I see the activity of their life in a practical. I stay with them. I stayed with them. I not only to see them, I stayed with them. I did all the things which they are doing over there. And it was a wonderful experience, that one. It's a great for me. Yeah.
Wonderful, sir. That sounds great. As for the rest of you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, just keep it locked to Weekend World with Sophie at PTV World. Do not go anywhere, because up next we have special moments of the great Mr. Siddiqui coming up shortly. Stay with us. Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. You're watching Weekend World with Sophie at PTV World. Thank you so much for watching. I am in awe of this great personality who's sitting in the studios of PTV World as we speak, the one and only Mr. Amjad Siddiqi Sahab. So it was, really inspiring to hear everything that you had to say about your life. In fact, I was just mentioning this off air as well, that, any decade that you choose from your life, it had something concrete and of substance. So, sir, my next question to you is that you were the first in Middle East and Asia who selected for EFS, that's Electrical Functional Stimulator, that enabled you to take a few walking steps. I'm sure that was unforgettable. How was it for you?
Yes, during the World Tour, when I went to Yugoslavia, I've seen there is a device. One of the doctor, he called a magician of the electronics. He built a device that he can move the muscle through the electronics. And also he has, they place the small hisses in the muscles and the things, and they have connected with the muscles with the bones.
Okay.
And when they give them a power, electric power, they start moving. And this they did in Yugoslavia. I started walking few steps.
Must be very
but it is not a practical actually.
Right.
These things are not, nowadays there are devices, the dresses, special dresses with the same method which they use at that time. No, it is in the market even, it's very expensive. But the person can walk even at that time.
Wonderful.
It was very successful that time.
Right.
But it was not practical for me, but my goal was different.
You wanted to try it.
Yes,
you wanted to take
yes,
the
I did
initiative.
so. It
Wonderful.
was successful. But it was very expensive and it was not practical, because when we walk with the FES, functional electrical stimulator, you can walk few steps. You cannot run on the wheelchair
So
like me.
longevity is not there.
Yeah, you cannot run like me. That's why I did 21-kilometer marathon with the normal people.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and sir,
these are the things. Yeah, I
absolutely.
did several sports. Yeah.
And let's talk about that. You just mentioned the fact of this particular race as well. And in fact, I was reading about this as well. It was very interesting. Now, sir, correct me if I'm mistaken, but in April 1986, it was very historical for you because you participated in outdoor sports and there was a 21-kilometer race with 22,000 other people. And you were the only one on wheels in that race, and that initiative was widely acclaimed. Yes. What was the feedback that you got for it?
Well, really, I got a lot of the feedback from the people. Yeah, how is possible that everybody is normal? How can you walk with them? I said they are normal. I am also normal. What's wrong with me? They are walking on their feet. I am pushing my wheelchair.
Of course,
what's wrong with me?
Right.
The people were very much impressed with me, and the organizer of the race, and it also, although I was in a wheelchair, and he also considered me and all of them. And he was very happy. The people appreciate me. They said, okay, autograph we say lete the, and it was
you were
really,
a celebrity and a star.
Yes, at that
on
time
the
really it was a wonderful.
Right.
Still I remember that.
Wonderful, sir.
Yes.
I'm sure it was absolutely amazing, because see, the only thing is that I think the toughest decision to make, sir, is the first decision.
Exactly.
You know, that's why taking the initiative is always the very, very toughest part, always. Another thing that we were reading about, that in 1987, you were the first person in the Middle East, Central Europe, Far East and South Asia who underwent a 5-hour complicated operation performed by German-American specialist doctors. And as a result, your permanent impotence was cured.
Exactly.
So let's talk about that experience for you as well. Mashallah, you have 2 sons.
Yes, Alhamdulillah. Actually, it was 1987, and the doctors offered me from Germany, he was one of them from America, one of them from Canada. They came to me and they said, we have communication among them. They said, you are ready? Yes, I said, I'm ready. Then they talked to the local hospital. There's a very big hospital in Saudi Arabia, King Faisal Hospital. And they have instructed the doctors, prepare him for this one. The doctor was locally there. He said, are you crazy? Are you going to die? These people are very selfish, European people. They experimental on you just to destroy you.
Right.
I know it's not possible. How possible they can cure the impotency? How possible? You are a paraplegic. But I said, no, sir, I am going to do that. Trust me, he scared me a lot. And the day there was the operation, a day before he left the hospital, he said, I am sick, I cannot come tomorrow. The doctors came next day. He pre-operation. It was his duty to do that.
Of course.
But the doctor, German doctor, he did himself. He said, don't worry, he's not there, I can do it. Alhamdulillah, it was a very successful operation.
Mashallah.
And they have shown on the live.
It was telecast live across the world.
In all medical centers.
Right.
And it was successful. Actually, there was plan to stay just 1 day, but they stayed 3 days because of me.
Right.
Because no local doctor was going to take responsibility for that. And they don't want to destroy their experience.
Because anything could have happened.
And Alhamdulillah, I become, my impotency was cured. And then after that, Alhamdulillah, I have decided for the marriage. When I finished the world tour, and I got a lot of letters all over the world. I got 263 proposals all over the world.
Wow, sir. What is the trick for that? Why don't you give a tip for everyone who's watching this show? At least they'll be able to get a couple of rishtas after that.
The time was when, they broken my my engagement. When they come to know I become a paraplegic, I become a handicapped, they broken my engagement. And that was the time I got 263 proposals all over the world. Pakistani, Indian, American, British, Israel. I think there is no country, Africa, everybody, I got the offer from them.
Your proposals took a
all
world
of
tour.
them. I make the file, all of them.
But I want to ask something, sir. You just mentioned that you got a lot of proposals. I heard that you shortlisted 10.
Yes.
So what was the criteria of those 10?
Actually, I want to, the important thing, I want to judge that. She's going to be just for the, that I got money, I am a banker, I am working in the bank, or really they have the feeling, sympathy, or they have really feeling to accept me as a husband.
Right.
I found 10 of them, and most of them was from Pakistan and Islamic country.
Okay.
And the one, I give this file, 10 files to my father. I said, okay,
choose
one of them. And they just went to one of them, and they have decided.
So tell us about your wife.
My wife, she
your
is
wife's
very,
support.
Yes, it was very, it is a very sporting, since day first, really is very sporting. She never realized that I am a handicap like this. It's really is a wonderful, I can say, because I proved that. One thing I am going to mention here, till now, I did not ask her to come and help me. Till today, I did not ask her to give me a glass of water. I needed now. I can go and pick a glass of water. Why? The God give me hand.
Of course.
I should go my work with myself. And till today, alhamdulillah, I am doing all my personal work by myself.
Wonderful.
That's I don't can say depend on even my children. I got 2 beautiful sons, mashallah, alhamdulillah. They are very helpful, very cooperative. They want to, Daddy will help you. I said, no, let me do here something. Because if I will keep active myself, I can get the goals.
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah,
So
this is very important.
So, sir, another question that we have for you, again, we were reading about so many things in your life. You've always been very devoted and you've always volunteered yourself to so many organizations and experimentations and everything that's happening in the world. Why is that, and how has that experience been for you, where you were basically the one who was being experimented upon?
Well, you know, it is not easy that you can ask anybody to come and we are going to experiment on
True.
you. Everybody's scared.
It's tough.
It is very tough. It is really dangerous. Several times I have seen the eyes in front of the death end. I was very near to death end lives, but I faced that. And I have never scared from that going to be happen with me or I will die or like this. I don't say there is a day is confirmed for our death.
Right.
एक दिन है मुकर्रर है कि हम I don't say I'm not scared at all. But you know, my actually main is I do something from the human life, human, to get the cure of this really is painful. You know, there is no cure till today. There is no practical care that can say spinal cord people can walk again. There are a lot of experiments. Their latest is a stem cells, and they are working lot. There is also I've been involved many kind of research. Alhamdulillah, I have donated myself through all the world. 27 operation I had experienced till now. My back is full of operation, but I never scared. Once in London, me and another candidate was for the operation. She was a very beautiful girl, about 19-year-old. She was also a candidate. I was the first one who was registered for the experiment. She said, no, I want to be going to be having this first. But you know, myself, I said, no, I am the one. Anyway, what happened, you know, they did the experiment. It's not the cause of accident, there was something another happened, but she expired. But I was, you know, it was a very painful for me, like that one. Even that, the one thing which I want to very clarify, I never informed anybody, even my wife, that I am going for the experiment.
So you like to keep people guessing all the time until and unless you tell them.
Day first, this is my policy. Till everything is clear, till I got the result, I don't want to disclose anything.
Because everybody gets disturbed, they
get
concerned.
Disturbed, they have negative effect.
Right.
They make you uncomfortable. That's why I don't want, or they can impose their own decision. I don't want to to accept decision of anybody.
Right.
It's yours to take. Yes. You know, in 1989, I was the first person who have started working with the parawalker.
Right, of course.
They also did experiment on me, and that was also very hard working, but they succeed. When I start walking with the parawalker, it was used to go to the bank with parawalker. Again, it was very hard and it take lot of time.
Right.
If I need to about I can say 500 meters, I need to spend 2 hours to pass 500 meters.
Right.
It's better I can sit on the wheelchair in less than a minute, I can cross 500 meters.
Because it will take less effort.
Yes, which is good for me. I have to select which is good for me.
Right.
These things are for the European people who don't need to work. But I need to work. I need to do lot of things. Till I am thinking I need to do lot of things for the other people, for the other nations, for the people who are involved in the disability.
Yes.
I need to do human, you know, why we are in this world. The God will, ठीक है हमें हम नमाज पढ़ते हैं सब कुछ करते हैं अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हमें पढ़नी चाहिए सब कुछ. The other thing is the God will ask what you did for your humanity. For the other person. इंसानियत के लिए आपने क्या किया. This is very important. These people, you know, European people are doing for their community. They are doing lots for them.
Of course.
You know, if you have experience, most of them, the people have experience to go to Europe. What the government are doing for the handicapped people, they're doing lot.
True.
Trust me, they build the building, toilet,
parking
lot, all of them. They especially do care for the handicapped.
Even seats, special seats in the plane as well.
Yes, of course. You know, if you travel in the plane, you can see there is a special seats in the plane. They always help me. Trust me, I used to travel PIA, our online PIA other also airline.
Right.
But till today, I love to travel my country's airline because it's my country's airline. But I also love to travel another. What they are facility providing me, you cannot imagine. It's wonderful. Trust me.
And of course,
they feel lucky that a handicap come to them. and they are going to help them.
And they're going to be of service.
Yes.
And also, sir, the thing is that, just because you feel that, you belong to a particular country does not really make you that patriotic until and unless you realize that these are the grey areas in your country that need to be sort of tackled and managed properly. If you feel that there is something that needs improvement in your country, I think that is the true essence of being patriotic.
2 years before, I'm sorry to say, 2 years before, I was invited for a conference in Islamabad. Me and there were another 5 friends, and we were all together. When we arrived in the main door, and there were 20 steps, and another 4 friends, they just passed the door and they left. They don't know I am with them. I'm telling you reality.
Right.
They are well qualified.
Of course.
They are also a businessman, but nobody even look at me. Yar Amjad, where are you? Nobody asking.
Right.
Anyway, the security people said, why you are here? I said, I am invited for this conference. He said, Yar, go home and watch on the TV. I say, I am the businessman and I came from Saudi Arabia for this conference.
Right.
Anyway, I say, there is another possibility. He said, there is no. Somebody came to, he told me there is another gate for VIP.
Okay.
I moved to that gate. When I arrived there, they say, why you are here? What you are doing here? I said, sir, I am going to attend the conference. He said, no, they go another door. You cannot go from here. And he was strictly, they refused. There were 2 Europeans. They come to me, they said, Mister, can we help you? When they saw the ambassador of the, I think, I don't want to disclose the country, he came to me, he said, can we help you?
That's a good thing.
That
you
was
be
a good thing. They come
country.
to me, Siddiqui, Mister, come, we can help you. But okay, they helped me. We just went to the door. After that, 3 steps again to just come 2 down to.
Right.
Then another 2 steps. Nobody is going to help me over there.
Right.
I asked many people, yeah, please help me. Nobody is there to help me. It's really painful thing. There is a conference hall, is well known in the world, and you cannot make the ramp over there.
So when did this take place? What
Just
year?
only 2 years back.
2 years ago.
Yeah, even I'm invited now. It's the next week. I'm invited for this one. I wrote them a letter and said, there was a problem last time and last year. How can you manage this? There is possibility that handicap come and get to the hall. There is no answer till today.
That is exactly what we need to discuss on the show as well. By the end of the show, we can actually come up with solutions. We can come up with ideas of how we can make things better in our country for people like you who are actually doing a lot for the society. So another question, which is going to be a tough one. You're all about positivity. You're all about optimism. You basically stem out a lot of hope and people look up to you. They're motivated by you. They're inspired by you. But by the end of the day, you are a human being and you have feelings. You have your good days and you have your bad days. When was the last time that you felt completely helpless in your life? And when you did, how did you tackle it and get through it in life and got over it eventually?
Well, I don't feel difference. I know what the people did with me and how they discouraged me and how they treated me. And I all forgot. I don't want to say, yaar, aapne mere saath kya kiya tha? I am looking far forward. What I need to do, what I can, I'm a very positive person. I don't look, if anybody say, trust me, this is fact. If 2 people are fighting, I say, what is the reason of fighting? He said, isne mujhe gaali di hai. I said, okay, yaar, mujhe 2 gaaliyan de lo, yaar. I don't want you that you are fighting again.
Right.
Agar wo kehta hai ki isne mujhe thappad maar, I said, okay, yaar, mujhe 2 thappad maar lo. Please, I don't want that. Why you are fighting? We should be a positive. We should look our goal. What we need to do.
That's for sure, absolutely, sir. I completely agree with you. But again, we are human beings. We're not saints. There are some phases in our lives that we actually do feel a little down. So, was there a time for you in your life that was very difficult for you, and it took you a lot of time to overcome that phase?
Yes, I want to tell you. One day when I arrived home, I saw there was a trench in front of my house, and they have also made a small bridge. But I looked and right and left and waited maybe somebody come. I was alone, my wife was in Pakistan at that time. I look around and say maybe somebody can help you. It was 11 o'clock midnight.
Okay.
And then I tried myself to cross that trench through the bridge. When I arrived in the bridge, it's broken and I fall down in the trench.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Then I tried to call on mobile to one of my friends, say, this happening. I'm saying, oh, yaar, 11 baj gaye hain, 12 baj gaye hain, yaar, how can I come to help you know this one, yaar? Yaar, kisi ko awaaz do, aa jayega tumhari help karne. Then I call another guy. Trust me, the same answer. Then I say, yaar, Amjad, are you stupid? You try yourself. I did myself. It took about 2 hours, and I came out from the trench. And when I came out of the trench, I tried to open the door. Oh, where is the key? The key was left in the trench.
So
then
you had
I
to do it
again
all
jumped
over
back
again.
to the trench. I found the key and come back again, come out again, and then open the door. And I went to my house. When I went to my house, actually there was a ramp to go through because I don't have wheelchair. How can I go through there?
Right.
Because wheelchair was still in the trench.
Right.
It's about 4 o'clock in the morning, and that was azan time. And my neighbor, he was the Imam Masjid, he was going to the masjid. He looked at my door is open. He come to me, somebody is here. I said, oh yes, his name was Abu Walid. I said, Abu Walid, yes. What happened with you? He asked me. I said, this happened. Oh, he helped me open the door, and I went to my bedroom like this one. But I was surprised. The people, I am telling them, yaar, I am in a problem, yaar, why are you not helping me? Another, I want to tell you one thing here. I just recent in April, this April, I went to USA for research.
Okay.
And the doctor, his name is Dr. Seeger. He is the doctor one who have invented a device. I was the first person on which he has experienced.
Right.
And now this device is worldwide. Till today, there is one device for this one.
Right.
It is about infertility.
Right.
Right? And that guy, he invited me again, and he said, come to me in USA. I went over there. And when I arrived there, I found the bed was higher. About 6 to 7 inches higher.
Okay.
I cannot jump to the bed. I called the hotel people. I said, it is very high. How can I jump there? He said, you should inform first that your wheelchair is this level, and why you not inform? Then I called the doctor, that doctor. He's a very big person in USA.
Okay.
He was staying at home. It's about 34 kilometers from the hotel.
Okay.
He came down to the hotel. He helped me. Because hotel people said, we cannot touch you even.
Right.
Because it's not allowed in UK law that you can touch handicapped.
Right.
He came from 34 kilometers. He's a doctor. He is specialist. The world know him. He came to help me, and he is 87-year-old.
Oh, wow.
He came to help me. The people who are young and my countrymen and they said, we are sleeping, we cannot help you. I am giving you a different, our minds and the people who living in European mind. They consider the handicaps are a normal person. They give them the same respect. They give a more respect than the normal person.
Because they have to basically, they demand respect and they should earn it, and they have earned it.
Exactly.
That is very, very true in our society as well.
One more thing I'm going to mention. The doctor who have experimental on me, he was succeeded. His device name was Seeger ejaculation.
All right.
Okay. Now he offered me. His son is doctor. His daughter is a doctor. He tried to convince them they will come to follow me.
Okay.
They refused.
All right.
They said, no, Dad, this is your job. We are not going to do. Then he contacted me. He said, Mr. Siddiqui, you are the actually founder of this device because I started from me. No, he changed the device name, Siddiqi Seeger Ejaculator.
Oh, wonderful. You have a
can
device
imagine?
With your name. That's
no,
wonderful,
soon we are
sir.
going to start this one in Pakistan also.
Excellent. That's great.
See, he give me all the rights. He never give to anybody in the world. He give me the specimen, he give me the device, what is inside, how it's working like this. Every technical data is with me. I am the person, the first one, himself, and the second one me.
Wonderful,
He give me. See, these people, who is I am? I am his cousin, I am his uncle. What is this? Nothing. I am his son. And we people are a Pakistani, and we people are Asian, and we don't help each other. Trust me, here in Pakistan, nobody trying to help. Even you are standing on the road, and nobody will come to say, yaar, tumhe koi help chahiye, tumhari help kar dein. Yeah, if you are standing in front of the stair, nobody is going to help you.
Absolutely.
But they are saying to see, yaar, tum kya lene ho? Go home and stay at home.
Right.
These are the painful
But
things.
sir, again, I completely agree with you because this has been your experience. Again, there are good people and bad people in our society and across the globe as well.
Of course,
Even
of
abroad,
course,
there are so
of
many
course.
good people and bad people at the same time. But I'm glad that you brought this out on the table so that we can talk about it. It was a pleasure to have you over here, sir. Thank you so much for being here. You're a source of inspiration for all. You are very, very optimistic, positive. And this makes us want to think about how we manage things and how we deal things in our life as well. Now, before we sign out, we have a very interesting question for you. And this is going to be the signing out question because everybody who's watching the show right now has really been inspired by your personality and your experience in life. So tell them in a nutshell, here in Pakistan specifically, how would you like them to treat people who are physically disabled? And how can an individual bring about a change in our country?
Well, this is the first I can say is the duty of the parents. They should give the respect to their children. If any person is disabled, please give him a respect. Actually, he is not a disabled. We should use the special person. He is a special person. Give him a respect. Give him a. If you give him respect from the home, then the people of society will give them the help.
True.
The government will do something. When this means when you considering your son or your any child is a disabled, I can special, you can give him a specialty. You will demand to the government, yes, we want to go to this building, there is no steps, there are steps, please make a ramp. And then the friends have the duty. The friend should think about, if my friend is a handicap, I should think about this to bring him in the society, give him respect instead of he is staying at home, he is, I see, killing himself, he is disappointing. We give him encouragement instead of giving yaar kuch paise de do isko.
No sympathy.
Give him should give him encouragement. It is very important.
And emotional support.
Encourage them, bring them out of the home, bring him in society. I myself, if anybody need a wheelchair, okay, we are going to provide them a wheelchair. Should provide them, will need them, give them, help them, provide them what facility they can need it. If their home is not accessible, make ramp there. Bring them out of the home. If they are sitting on the bed, put them on the wheelchair. Come and show them how beautiful in our country and the people. Then the government should have do something for the handicapped. They make specially the building are accessible, toilet are accessible. The businessmen, they should make the restaurant accessible. You know the laws as per 1980, they have special laws for the handicap. Every country should implement this.
Right.
The government, if implement that laws, that is enough.
Because
there is no rehabilitation.
I'm
sorry to mention. Here there is in Pakistan very few rehabilitation centers. It's not proper. Need more rehabilitation.
Right.
To bring the people out of the home, give them rehabilitation center to make a respectable citizen of Pakistan.
Absolutely, sir.
And this is most important thing.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much for being here. That is why you are such a successful businessman and a humanitarian and a role model for everybody. Thank you so much once again for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching Weekend World with Sophiya at PTV World. I am completely in awe of the gentleman sitting right here. Now, you know, every single day while we lead our lives, we think about something. Maybe if we get a good job in the morning, things will be better for us. Maybe if we get better clothes, we will feel better. Maybe if we do something different or something extra, we will feel better. But the only way that you can feel better is by using your mind and your heart, because where there is a will, there is a way. And that is exactly what we've learned from the show tonight, courtesy of Mr. Amjad Siddiqi Saab. As always, we have a quote for you, and this is dedicated especially to Mr. Siddiqi. Failure will never overtake you if your determination to succeed is strong enough. On that note, may God bless us and may God bless Pakistan. Have a great night.